Okay. So I want to start off by apologizing. I am a little bit late, but it actually is perfect because I actually wanted to talk to you guys today about perspective. And I actually have a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I've been very inspired. I've been having amazing phone calls with everybody and just seeing where everybody's at. This is a very, very powerful time of the year. And the reason is because people are really starting to remember why they don't want to do things the same way that they've been doing them anymore. So it's a very powerful time. And unfortunately, habits are grained so deeply in people that not everybody, make sure you guys mute yourselves when you come in, please, that it also is a time where we have to really get strong with targeting people's emotions. Now, this is because you are there to help them. You have something that can prevent them from having to be here again for another year. So pain points, trigger points, like, I don't know how you guys feel about this. Maybe you guys can put it in the chat. Also, I would love to see your wins in the chat, things that you're really excited about, things that have been working for you. That's really important to start, focusing on things that are working for us. So please do that. I would love to see all of you that are jumping on. There has to be something in your life that's working for you, whether it's in your business or your life. So first thing, put those in the chat, please. Would love to see that. And the second thing is pain and pleasure points. So right now we hit hard on pain points because at the end of the day, it's really about where people are at and the fact that they don't want to be there anymore. So you have to find a way to relate with them. Laura did. I had a call with her today, and she actually, sometimes when I'm talking to people, they're like, oh, can you repeat that? So she actually did a post in the group, and you can go and read it. And we were just talking about an ad. Like, how do you formulate an ad? Like, what do you do? And so just so you guys know, if you might have heard me say this before, but I'm going to say it again because there's lots of new people. The way, what I do is I'll do a post on my page. Then I'll boost it. And this isn't all the time, but generally this is kind of the process I do. Then I'll boost it, get some social proof, invite some new people to like kind of engage and stuff like that. And then I'll eventually run it as an ad. And you can change the ad copy. You can change it up. As when you decide to run it as an ad, a lot of people go like, oh, okay, I'm going to post an ad and then I'm going to run it, which you can do it that way too. But generally I kind of post it for a little bit and see what kind of engagement it gets. And it's kind of a way of testing it. So that's an option for you. I wanted to talk to you. Not one person has wrote one win in the chat. If you don't have something to celebrate, then you will not be able to create more things to celebrate. So there are 10 people on here. 10 people should be writing in the chat. You guys, I am a broken record, but every single time that I get on these trainings, I'm like, listen, you guys, if you're not engaged, you are not going to absorb this information on this at the same level. Do you want to be, okay, every single one of you on this call has the opportunity to make 6 figures in the next 6, 7, 8 months. Every single one of you does. The only difference between the person that will and the person that won't is consistency. Legitimately, that is the difference. And I will say there is a handful of people that I've worked with that have never quit. And if you're one of those people that, and don't beat yourself up about this, like, don't be like, that's me, and then start like beating yourself up, because that does nothing. But the point is you have to get back on that horse. You have to go for the things that you want. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You will continue to do the same things over and over and over until you get to a point where shit is so bad that you don't want to be where you are anymore. And don't get to that point, because you can have that same motivation and that same intention from where you are right now. You have to make it bigger than you. It's not about you. It's not about your daily life. It's not about how much money you make. It's not just about your kids. It's about impacting others and their lives. Somebody reached out to me. This is the power of, I want to express this to you guys. I had a girl reach out to me the other day. And she told me, and she gave me permission to share this story, but I'm going to share this story with you right now. And I really want this to sink in for you. Please, if you've just come on, just muted yourself. She sent me a big, long message. And she said, I want you to know, I send out a ManyChat blast. So for those of you that don't have your ManyChat set up, go set it up. I send them out. I was every Wednesday for a while, and then I've kind of gone to where I usually send out once every couple weeks or something. She said, you've been messaging me. You don't know me, but you've been messaging me for over a year. And a year ago, she said, I have a very abusive father. And to be honest, for the last year, there are most days where I actually think he might kill me. And she said, I looked forward to your messages, and you taught me the power of gratitude, and you taught me the power of visualization. So I would go into my mind and I would paint my perfect life. And I would see a door, a red door on a house. And she said, and I didn't know what it meant, but I knew on the other side of that door was a new life for me. She said, and I've been visualizing that house for a year. And I want to let you know that 2 days ago, I seen the house in real life. And I'm going to get a little emotional because this is very powerful. And she said, and I applied for it. I got a new job and I applied for it and I got it. And she said, and in 2 days, my father doesn't know, but I'm leaving and he won't know where I'm going. And I'm going to live and I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to start a new life. And even though I haven't given you a dime and I don't know if I will ever work with you, but I want you to know how much you've impacted me in my life. And I want you also to know that if you find this story powerful, to share it with other people, because what you have given me, I know that you have gone through, things to obviously get you to where you're at. And the fact that you have the bravery to share and be consistent is what has kept me going. Now, that is a very powerful, powerful story. But I think that stories like that I know exist. That's what keeps me going in this business. Seeing all these new faces come in, it's not the ones that quit that make me want to quit, because I know it's just their habits. It's not their personality. It's habitual. So if you want to succeed, you guys, number one, your vision has to be bigger than you. Because whenever I get a story like that, which that's one of many, I've gotten many. That's the most drastic one that I've got. But I've had multiple people tell me they were on the verge of suicide until they met me. And their life has changed. And I don't know who they are. And to be honest, I don't remember her name right now even. Only because it's not important. The fact is her message is important. And that is why we do what we do. We give people hope. And we give them hope because life doesn't have to be the same forever for everybody. I talk to hundreds of people a week, and the average person cannot survive off one income anymore. I went to the grocery store today, and groceries are up by 10 to 15% again. This system is broken, but we have the power to change that, because social media is the only free media right now out there. It's the only control we have over our freedom, number one. Number two, the internet is not going away. And you guys have access to a system that can change many, many lives. So get out of your head, get out of your garbage, get out of your habits, and make your vision bigger than you and start showing up in your business every single day. If you don't, after 3 days, after 1 day of not showing up, you're going to be like, oh, I got some work to do. After 2 days of not showing up, you're going to get overwhelmed. After 3 or 4 or 5 days of not showing up, you're going to just say, why would I even bother? There's too much. If you do a little bit every single day, you will move forward and you will succeed. Okay, so I'm just going to go through these. Still, my mother-in-law just came in the room with $50 cash, so I missed what you said. Haha, that's a win. Perfect, Laura. Love that. Amazing. Kathleen says, I'm not sure what that means. Michaela, I manifested my dream apartment, been in the flow state for 2 weeks. Woo! Congratulations, Michaela. I'm happy for you. Keep that wave rolling. Sorry, I'm on my phone and it's not working right, but I got my first lead yesterday. Fantastic. Amazing. And Laura got her Nagic products. That's amazing. Made my second ad copy. Haley, that's wicked, Haley. Keep moving forward. Everything is a win. Everything. I sold 5 direct policies in my first 2 weeks and set 10 meetings with business owners. No one else does direct because they cost more. Brittany, I'm not sure. Oh, Brittany, hi. So Brittany, just so you guys know Brittany's story, Brittany came in and she didn't actually go with a Nagic as of yet, but through the power of the training, her story is actually really powerful too. She has been implementing the training. And Brittany, what did you double or triple your salary? She found a job that like doubled or tripled her salary. She completely is changing her life. And she is continually in the flow. She's manifesting her life. And she has been consistent, has not stopped. Brittany, congratulations. I'm very, very happy for you. You deserve it. You deserve every bit of success you have coming for you because you are one of the most consistent people that I've met. Amazing. Totally getting goosebumps. I know that's a powerful story. Hey, Laura, it's pretty powerful. Yeah. I started this journey and my entire attitude towards my future has changed. That's wonderful, Stephanie. Absolutely. Tripled if I hustle hard. So this is the thing, you guys, is these practices will work anywhere. Brittany showed up. She showed up to tons of the trainings. It's amazing. You deserve it. I'm so happy for you. So what Brittany's referring to is in her job. She's in insurance sales, I believe, or something. But she's still in here and she's still cranking out her training and she's still showing up. So beautiful story. Okay, so I do want to, because I was a little bit late today, training is going to be a little bit late because I want to respect your guys' time, and I was about 10 minutes late, maybe 15. So we will finish this still at the same time. The power of perspective is one thing I wanted to talk about tonight. So ironically, what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight was, and Laura, we talked about this a little bit today, so it might be a little redundant for you, but I really wanted to share this. So for those of you, how many people in here, there's a few moms. It doesn't matter if you're a mom or whatever. This is about finding how to get your schedule to work for you. So when I go to bed every night, I check my phone and I know what is coming the next day. I recommend keeping personal development for the morning and your business stuff for the evening. So, and the reason being is sometimes like when you jump on your phone and you go to work right away, like I strongly recommend not touching your phone. Don't touch your phone when you get up in the morning. I notice a massive difference in my day if I reach for my phone. And I started this, excuse me, and it became a habit for me where I would literally reach for my phone first thing in the morning. So don't reach for your phone first thing in the morning. Reach for your journal and start your gratitude list or whatever you do, the things that are working out for me list, whatever. Do your personal development in the morning. And then if you need to get to your business stuff after that, that's fine. But that's how I recommend having a schedule, a set schedule. And then once you dial down your routine, your schedule can fluctuate and that's okay. But eventually you're going to dial it in really strong. So having a schedule is very important. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to have a schedule. So if you don't have nailed down when you're working throughout the day, every day of the week, then again, these are success tips. You need this. And I'm giving you these tips because I know that they're what's helped me. When I started this, so recently, this just gives you perspective, and I want you guys to write down after I'm talking about this. You should all have a notebook and a pen or a pencil. What I want you to do is I want you to observe after this story we're going to take about 3 minutes where you guys can reflect and write down in your life where you're making excuses for not being able to find time in your day, okay? When about 3 months ago, no, 5 months ago, I hired a nanny. And up until that, I had never had childcare. Never. I didn't have anybody to help me with my kids, not because I couldn't, but because I had this thing around letting anybody else watch my kids. I had it since they were born. My oldest especially, I actually wouldn't even let anybody hold him. Whatever, it doesn't matter why. I had this strong, powerful attachment. I was terrified to let people watch my kids. I was scared that it would mean that I didn't love them enough, or whatever my issues were. Who knows? Whatever. So I never let anybody watch my kids. I built this business off of strictly off of full-time momming and no childcare. And I was working as well on a business that I had on the side and this business. And my ex was never home. He was home. And in saying that, it's not that he was a bad dad or anything. He just worked in oil and gas. So he was gone. There wasn't shift work. I would literally get a phone call the day before and be like, I'm coming home tomorrow, or sometimes on the day of. I'm coming home today. He could be gone for 6 to 10 to 12 weeks at a time. So perspective, right? At the time, I was in my own hell because I was literally could not leave my house every single night. My boys went to bed at 7:30. And from 7:30 on, I could not leave my house. And most of the times, in last winter was very cold. I wasn't even out of the house in the day sometimes if it was -40. So I'd be stuck in my house for days at a time. What that did now, when I look back, because I was feeling overwhelmed recently and I was like, I can't get anything done. What's going on? And I realized how efficient I was because there was no distraction. I knew I couldn't go make a lunch appointment with a friend. I knew I couldn't just go out to the gym and, maybe stop by and grab a wrap or a Jugo juice on the way back. I was confined to a space that I had one of two choices: spend time with my kids or work. And I found a balance. So then what happened recently was I was like, how did wait a minute. I had less help before, but I accomplished more. Why? And it was because what I was doing was I was getting distracted and I was taking my freedom for granted. So instead of going and sitting at my computer, I would take extra time, maybe go tanning on the way to like Starbucks, grab a fancy coffee, sit down, open my laptop, do some work, and then look at the time and be like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll go get a few groceries. Or when you're in that like la-di-da freedom mindset, like you don't do things when you have like kids and you're like, okay, I got this much time before nap time and I got this much time to do this and then I have to do this. And the urgency behind it doesn't have to be there. But the point is there was no time for me to make excuses. None. And there was no time for me to waste time. So for the next 3 minutes, I want to go grab my kombucha before it gets warm. I want you guys to write down an area in your life where you are wasting time on a daily basis that you can be putting it into your business. Every single person in here, I guarantee you, can find 1 hour in your day and go. Oh, who doesn't know how to chat? If you don't know how to chat, sorry, I just got a text from someone. On the bottom of your screen, there's a little button that says chat. Open it up on the side and you can chat. Hi, Salima. Okay. I think you can keep typing or typing. You can keep writing if you want. But how many people think that they've found some extra time in their day? Shane? Who else? Laura? A lot of people that don't have their screen on, so I can't see. I have an hour. I have an hour. I figured out how to chat. Okay, Stephanie. Yes, Danielle did. Yes, Michaela did. Perfect. So it's kind of the same people engaging. So if you haven't engaged, and I understand there's some people that just can't, but again, power of engagement allows you to absorb. One other thing I want to talk to you guys about before we kind of move on to the next is once you find this hour in your day, the next thing for you to do is write it and put it down somewhere, because what's going to happen is your habits are so deeply ingrained in you that you will go back to doing the same things, and then a week later you'll be like, oh, I did it again. So you have to check in with yourself constantly. You have to check in with yourself every single day, because you get to have an opportunity to change your life. You get to, but you have to make that choice, and it is a choice. I wake up 2 hours early to guarantee it. That's perfect, Ali. Like, there is different ways that you can do it, but generally there is even time within your day without having to get up. Like, I recommend everybody that I talk to when they come in, I'm like, get up an hour earlier, stay up an hour later if you need to, because that's where you can find extra time. But in the day, there's always places that you can find that. And you start looking in your schedule where you're feeling like where you don't have the freedom to do what you want because you don't have the money, or you can't afford the childcare, or you have to work more hours. Start acknowledging those times as opportunity. How can you turn those into opportunities? Everything can be switched into an opportunity. Every single thing can be switched into an opportunity. Say that to yourself over and over and over. One more thing I just want to mention, I haven't mentioned this for a while. There's 13 people on here, and about 5 of you have your screens on. I do recommend having your screen on, and there's a lot of reasons for it, but the main reason is it's another way to interact. You're hiding and you don't want to be seen and whatever. Like, I've been blowing my nose and I have no makeup on, and I literally was sweating getting to my computer because I'm leaving on Christmas vacation tomorrow, and I have 2 toddlers to pack up and my entire life, and I'm baking soup and I'm baking and I'm watering the trees and I'm putting the kids to bed and they're pooping and it's crazy. So I don't care like how you look, and I do my best to look presentable. But the point is this is about your business. It's not about anything else. This is about your business. And if you show up and you engage and you're present, you will absorb more of the content. Okay? So the 5-second rule is a great rule. I started reading that book and realized that I already did it. So maybe I should give that book away. Maybe I should send it to somebody because I feel like I'm never going to read it. Thank you. I will, Brittany. The Miracle Morning 5-second rule books, both amazing books for slaying the morning. Wicked. I've not heard of that book. Okay, so this is the thing. You guys need to get more active in the Abundance Unleashed group. Be posting, be talking, be chatting. Wonderful, okay? I'm going to post last week, on Friday during the day. There is a training that I do for Australia on Fridays during the day. And I talked about what overwhelm is and why people get overwhelmed. So I'm going to post that for you guys today too. I just have to find it on my computer. The last thing I wanted to talk about today, and then we'll go into questions. So I want you guys to start putting your questions in the chat. Any question that you have, let me know. Put it in the chat. You should have questions. That's why you're here. I just like to do a little training at the beginning to give you some value. But the other thing I wanted to talk about really quick was, leadership. So a lot of people are in here are like, I don't see myself as a leader, or you might really do see yourself as a leader. There's a book called The Leader Who Had No Title, and it is a very amazing book, and I'm loving it. And it just really talks about the way to achieving anything is to get people to really just cherish what they do and take pride, the utmost pride in everything that they do. And that's where you can get behind being inspiring. But it's an amazing book. I think every single person should read it. I actually think that it should be like an entry-level book that everybody should read. It's for perspective. But there's 12 of you on here. I would love to answer 12 questions. I don't think I'll get to 12 questions, but if there's 12 questions in there and every single person asks a question and I can't answer it on this training, I will direct message you in Messenger after the training and I will answer it for you. Okay, let's go through these. Do you use a whiteboard or chalkboard or calendar? You write everything on that you look at when you wake up. So the first thing I do, I have a vision board right beside my bed. I literally roll over and I stare at the vision board. Do you want me to show you guys? Show you. I'll show you how I did mine so that you guys can see. So that's the first thing I do. I don't have a whiteboard, mainly just because I haven't set up my office since I moved into my new place. But I do recommend everybody have a whiteboard because I do think they're very effective. I'll show you my space, okay? That's what I'll do. And this is actually kind of, this will kind of attest to you why things don't have to be perfect to like have success and to stop waiting for it. Because my space will just show you guys what I like, what my workspace looks like and what my life looks like. Again, just no judgment. I just moved into a new place a few months ago, so I'm super limited with furniture. And my actual office is downstairs in my basement. And it still isn't set up. So this is my bed. And that's right there is my vision board. So literally, I actually sleep on my right side. So when I open my eyes, that is what I see. And I look at everything on that board. I always have books beside my bed. Right here. This is the book I was just talking about. This is another really cool book. This, you guys all know this book. It's a little battered. And then of course, I always have a journal beside my bed too. Then, right as soon as I get out of bed, that is my office. So, I have it set up so because the sun rises right there. So I watch the sunrise every morning. I have all my stones on my desk. I have my cards, and I have my most active journal that always has a pen in it. The first thing I do when I get up is I go through that. I grab my phone. Now I look at my phone the night before. Look at my printer's on the floor. Not that I really print much anyways, but so the first thing I do when I wake up before I go to bed is I get an idea of when I need to be up in the morning as far as like for work. And then I just go from there. So the point in me showing you that is I think sometimes people wonder like, you know, where other people are at and like what they've created, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And I think that there's something beautiful in finding grace when there's no perfection. I have never really been able to set up like a really great office space. And that's just mainly because it doesn't really matter. My kids are all over me anyways when I try and work. So the point is make it easy for yourself. Set yourself up for success. The magic is beside my bed. My journal is beside my bed. My favorite books are by my bed. So even if I haven't picked them up for a few days, they're sitting there and they're ready for me. And I see them every single day. I see them, right? So I hope that was helpful. Did you remember what the book was that you said you'd tell me about after the call? What did I say it was about, Laura? Tell me what it was about, because I don't remember. It might have been The Leader Who Had No Title. I'm new to the vision board concept. What does it consist of? Stephanie, did you see that? Basically, it's things that inspire you. I use Pinterest. So I'll go on, because you can buy magazines, but I've spent literally $100 on 10 magazines to make my vision board. And now I use Pinterest. So I just like take images of things that I love and I print them off on my printer and I take them up. The cool thing is I'm about to take 2 down because I found out a beach that I was at recently is on my vision board. Actually, my guy noticed it. He was like, weren't we just there? And I was like, oh my God, you're right. That's amazing. So he's like, well, you can take that one down. And then there's another one with whale sharks on it. And I'm going to swim with whale sharks next month. So yeah, it's kind of neat. It's not the first time. I've taken quite a few things off there. Also, I wrote myself a check on there for $30 million. You know, so I see that every day. It's good stuff. So you guys don't have any business questions, hey? Like, are you guys like cranking ads? Like, do you guys have an ad ready for January 1st? Like, because if you do or you don't, you should have ads posted on your page ready to run for January 1st. I'm telling you, you're going to spend money for ads. Spend as much as you can in January. As much as you possibly can in January on ads. Crank it. And every single person in here should be running ads as of January 1st. Have them on, which means get them on your page so that you can get the seasoning beforehand. People are going to want change. They're going to be on sugar and alcohol detox. They're going to be depressed. They're going to be down. And all they're going to be seeing about their life is everything that they don't want. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm assuming that means that everybody's running ads and getting crazy amount of leads. That's amazing. Getting lots of sales. Getting lots of new people. Here's a good link, Stephanie. Thanks, Allie. Allie, you're just kicking ass in here tonight. I'm very grateful for you. Thank you for your interaction. And, you know, that kind of stuff does not go unnoticed. There is a lot of you that have been taking the time to help out people and help each other out. One thing that I'm not seeing and is people tagging people when there's a training. So I would love to see you guys start tagging somebody that you know, it doesn't matter if you don't have a team, maybe you know someone in here that you've kind of connected with, tag them in it so that it pops up on their stuff. You guys should have these trainings in your phone every single day, like ready to go. If a bunch of people message me and not respond after I respond, should I follow up with them? Is there a certain amount of time I should wait? Good question. So when people don't respond, it's very, very common. The first reason I find is if you haven't got back to them quick enough. So I do recommend when people message you, 5 minutes, you should be messaging them. The longer you wait, the more likely it's going to be that they're not going to respond. The other thing is when you respond to them, the picture of the ad responds like when you respond to them, the first message has the picture on it. So sometimes they don't see the question above. So what I do is if I can see they've read it, I will comment below. If it happens quickly, I'll comment below and say, sorry, did you see the message above? Because there should be a question in the message. Hi, thanks for connecting. How are you? Space. What has you looking for change? They don't respond. About 2 days later, I send a message that says, are you still interested in more info? That's it. If they say yes, I give them more info. If they don't answer me, 2 weeks later, I send out a message that says, hey, you guys want to know exactly what I send out? I'll share with you exactly what I send out. And then I delete it. And then I put it in my done folder. Clean out your inbox as much as possible. Okay. Exactly what I say is, where's my done? This one. Find one that I've done. I'll find one that I've done. Okay. Maybe I can't find it. Some of these are just really odd. Sorry guys, hold on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this. I'll look at my saved messages. Okay, well, I don't want to spend any, I can't find it, but there it is. Okay. It says, I know that not everyone likes to chat, even though personally connecting is my fave, but I totally get it. This will be my last follow-up as I try not to spend too much time reaching out to people that aren't interested and focus on those that are taking steps to build their business. I'm clearing my old messages, so I hope you don't mind I delete this feed. You're more than welcome to check out all the info, and I basically give them the link. You are more than welcome to add me as a friend, follow me. Actually, don't say follow me. What do I have? Sorry, I changed it, so I want to give you the updated. So I say you're more than welcome to check me out, and I give them all my links. So I basically, I'll give them my Instagram. I'll say this is my personal Facebook. You're more than welcome to add me on Facebook or Instagram. And if you want to connect, you know where to find me. Either way, have an amazing day. So much to be grateful for in this life. And then I delete it. I put it in my done folder. That's what I say. So basically what I'm doing, and then I put it in my done folder, and that's it. It's done. Gone. Clear out your inboxes. You got to keep it clean. So I hope that helps, Kathleen. Give those a try. Yeah, I think getting back to them really quickly, making sure that they haven't just missed the message. Follow up within 2 days. Are you still interested in more info? It gets deleted, and I send them off in 2 weeks. Yeah, you could be responding too quickly too, but I don't know. I have my ManyChat set for 5 minutes. And then if they respond right away, I get back to them. If not, but immediately, they actually say 10 to 12 minutes is even good, but anything over that, you kind of start losing them. How fast are you responding, Kathleen? Can you see success with conversion ads in the beginning when you don't have many events, or would engagement ads be better until you have built up more events? Don't be running traffic to the webinars right now. If anybody's doing that and running conversions, the fact is, you guys, you need a big ad budget to be funneling people to the webinars right now. You guys should be using mine and Melissa's 17-minute video. It converts very high. It's 17 minutes. The webinars are being re-recorded because they are a little bit long, and things are changing online. There's too many webinars. So don't be funneling traffic at all to convert through conversion. Everybody should be running post engagement ads. Only people that should be running conversion ads are the people that can spend over $800 to $1,000 a month on that. And this is because, it's not because you can't do it that way. You can, and you can have success, but it's going to get more expensive. Okay? ManyChat. So Laura, go into Abundance Unleashed and type in ManyChat, and you'll see all about it. It's an autoresponder, but it's also a way to capture emails. So type it in Abundance Unleashed, and you'll find a ton of stuff on it. I had something about you don't want to run conversions until you have 500 events. So I don't know what you mean by events. You got quite a few leads, Ali, in your back office?
So you're running conversion ads with okay, so that's fine. Yeah, you can run conversion ad with telling them to comment below. I just usually conversion ads mean that you're driving traffic to a webinar. So I just want to make sure that you're clear on that. So you can run post engagement and conversions. People are saying that conversions are getting higher leads and higher response, but I run post engagements. I still do, and I still get a good turnover. So usually within 5 minutes, typically whenever I see it. Yeah, Kathleen, I think you're fine. I think it's just, you know, are you still interested in more info and test it? Maybe try 10 minutes. Try a 10-minute thing and set your ManyChat up. Why is your ManyChat not set up? Get it set up so that it auto responds, and then you can, you know, have that go. I run a conversion ad without the link. Yeah, you can run a conversion ad without a link. Facebook allows you to do that now. They never used to. The marketing guy called it events. I don't know who the marketing guy is. I've had to go back and reassess. I'll tell you the truth. I listened to too many people and end up changing too much stuff. Back to the basics. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, Ali, I don't know I don't know. I haven't had a call with Facebook. This is what I want to explain to you guys is once you guys start getting enough ads and you guys get enough performing stuff, it's really, really easy. Facebook's not breathing down your neck. You like pretty much anything. Like the thing is you can get as technical as you want. At the end of the day, I've told you guys exactly how I do things. I've been doing the same thing. People say, oh, Facebook's changed so much. It's changed so much. It's changed a little bit, but honestly, you guys, I haven't changed hardly at all what I'm doing. There's some people, this is why we tell you to test everything, because what works for one person won't work for the other person. I just tested this. Everyone's like, oh, conversion ads are doing way better. So I did a whole bunch of posts when I was running my ads. My conversion ads did nothing. My post engagement ads went. So it's just a matter of testing. Don't get too caught up in the fine details. Honestly, like I know that a lot of people are having these Facebook calls, and it's great if that's helping you. But what it really comes down to is how compelling is your ad? How compelling, how consistent are you with posting? How valuable is your content? That is what matters the most. Yes, driving traffic is the skill that we learn, but if your content's not engaging, you can't drive traffic, right? Shane, like that is so common. People spend way too much time watching what everybody else is doing, and they lose their vision, they lose their image, and you get lost and you get discouraged and you get confused and you have no idea even what's up and what's down. You don't know anymore. So don't do that. Stop looking at what other people are doing and just get your own vision straight. Discouraged with 3 exclamation marks. Well, don't spend too much time there. It stinks down there. It's bad energy, and you're not going to be able to create anything from that space. Just go back to the basics. Yay! Get rid of all the complicated stuff. Go back to the simplicity of it, you guys. The one thing I'll say is sometimes the longer you're in here and the more you overthink, oh, this is what I was going to talk to you about before we go. Okay, I knew there was something else. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about this, and then I'm going to go. Because I don't want to talk to you about overthinking, because I don't want you to overthink about overthinking. So just stop overthinking shit. I'm sorry, I said that word a lot lately. Maybe that's why my son today in Superstore, I slammed on my brakes, just so you know, I slammed on my brakes a few days ago because some guy literally, like, I almost hit him. And I said, O-S-H-I-T, because everything in the vehicle just flew to the front of the vehicle. And my 4-year-old has now found a 4-letter word that he uses in text whenever there's an overabundance of something. So the bananas, there was a lot, and we came into Superstore, and he yelled,
"Wow, stress! I'll call you back."
Shit, Mom, banana.
I'll call you back. Oh.
So, anyways, that's my story. Okay, quickly before we go, this is a tool that I think you can all use, and it is going to take some bravery,
but I believe it will work for every single person on this call. And I think every single one of you can get a lead if you do this, and a good lead. Okay. So when I first started this a year and a half ago, this was very new. This industry is not going anywhere. And every single person that you know on social media has seen an ad. They've all seen it, and they've clicked on it, and they've probably clicked on a couple, and whatever, for whatever reason. Those people, the only reason that they haven't moved forward is because they don't know anybody personally. So, at the end of the day, this isn't going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to continue to create abundance in my life through this platform and through the other businesses that I'm creating currently. And I'm never going to disappear. And if you're on this call, I would hope that that is your vision as well. But I would be getting my ads in front of people that might know me, because I will tell you that my newest people right now are getting the fastest leads I have ever seen. And it's because people are, and they're all getting the exact same messages. Oh my gosh, I've been looking into this for like a year, but I don't know any of these people, and I don't know how legit it is. So I understand that a lot of people struggle with like allowing the people. It's not like you're going and cold calling people. Don't do that. What I'm saying is start boosting your posts to people maybe in your area, places where you know people. Before you run your ads, you can boost them to like, you can set them. Like if you boost a post, you can set it to a certain area with certain people. And then people are going to be like, oh, and then you're going to get messages. I guarantee you, if you put your ads in an area, and you start boosting posts in an area where you know a lot of people know you, someone is going to reach out to you. And they're going to say, I've been looking into this for so long, but it didn't seem legit. And now that I know somebody, I want to know about it. This is real? Really? So, how many of you guys feel like you could do that? Totally what you were for me. Except it still took me 1.5 years to join in. Power of consistency, you guys. Sometimes it takes people longer, but look at Laura knows I'm not going anywhere. She's like, yeah, that's amazing. Amazing story. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. This was literally me, and I still don't know anyone, but I took the risk, and I can't believe it took me this long. See, this is what's happening, you guys. The people that are coming in now are people that have been following it for 1.5 years, and it's only been around 2 to 3 years. So people are like, this isn't going away. It's not going away ever, ever, ever. It's not, unless the internet breaks, and it won't. I can do it. Some guys at work told me that people are paying attention and waiting to take the plunge. The oil field is the market right now for you, Shane. It's hot. People are not interested in doing this anymore. So yes, do it. And then talk to me and tell me, be like, yes, I did it. And I got a lead or 10. Yes, one of my ads reached a girl I went to high school with. Totally. I was always an advocate of not like advertising to friends and family, but this is a way of doing it where they're still coming to you. You're just putting it in a place where somebody that you know might see it. Almost everyone I know knows what I do, and they aren't interested. So Natasha, that's different. I feel like you've maybe talked to too many people. Like, what's your approach there? I would like to know. And because that to me, because still to this day, you guys, most people in my circle that know me don't know what I do. I'm saying that people that might know you doesn't mean that they're your friends. It means that it could be like a friend of a friend of a friend, or somebody that you know down the grapevine. It doesn't mean that they're going to be your friends. I prefer not to work with my friends, to be honest, or my family. But it's basically, the point is it's tangible for them. You know, it could be somebody you met once, but the point is you're a real person to them, right?
or someone you rode the bus with in school. Yeah, totally. 22 years ago. I totally need an accountability buddy. Okay, Stephanie, if you don't have accountability buddy, write in Abundance Unleashed. Does anybody need an accountability buddy? You go on that down that road, though, you got to show up. I'm still in awe that this isn't a scam, to be completely honest. Oh, it's a good paying scam, I tell ya. It's a really good paying scam. Best one ever. Okay. I'm going to shut this down because I'm 10 minutes after. And I want to give everybody, not scare them when they see the length of the training. Okay, there's Natasha. I just let them know when I get asked, are you still doing the thing you did or whatever? They know I was in other MLM and they're against that and think this new thing isn't legit. When I get asked, are you still doing that thing you did or whatever? Yeah, it sounds like they're not really interested anyways. Okay, so what I mean by doing this is, like Shane said, it's not about people, first of all, Natasha, are waiting for you to quit. That's basically what that sounds like, is you have a bunch of people around you that don't agree with what you're doing anyways. And I would actually do a serious assessment of your friend circle and your personal, my intuition around what you just wrote tells me you have a lot of the wrong people around you. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I would say that you have a lot of people that nobody has really, they're my close family. Yes, I know. Perfect. That's exactly the point. They're your family. You need to increase your social circle. And how you're going to do that is you're going to get more out in the community. I did a training on this not very long ago, and I talked about ways that you can get out. There's something called Meetup. Type it in. Find places to go, networking places to go. Like I said, I did a training on this. It was the Twitter training. So go find it in the group. It literally was called Twitter training, I think. Go watch it. Find ways to increase your social circle. Don't talk to your friends and family about this at all. This isn't about getting your ads in front of your friends and family. This is about getting your ads in front of people that are online that are looking for this. Your family are not those people. And your family isn't going to agree with what you do because it probably is just so unrecognizable to them. They're just waiting for you to fail. So don't talk to them about it. Love them. Love light. And love and light. So, okay, guys. Natasha, go watch that training. Find some ways to increase your social circle and be inspired. And don't give a shit when anybody says, there's that word again. I have to watch my mouth. Okay. I love you all. Thank you for showing up. Please reach out. If I would love to hear if something that you learned tonight helped you. And I would love it if you could put it in the chat on the post that I did about the training tonight, that your biggest takeaway. And keep showing up. Keep crushing it. Merry Christmas. Next week's training, it's Boxing Day. So unless I might do a poll and see how many people are going to show up. But if there's 12 people the week before Christmas, I think maybe there won't be. But we might just push it a day and have it on Thursday instead so that you guys still get your weekly training. So lots of love to all you guys. Have an amazing time. Thank you guys. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Be safe. Take care of yourself. Love yourself.